Public Enterprise, and on behalf of the organizing committee of the conference, I, Ankita,
And I, Omkar,
extend a hearty welcome to all of you to the National Conference on Business Analytics and Business Intelligence.
before we proceed with the conference, I would like to give you a brief introduction on the Institute of Public Enterprise. The Institute of Public Enterprise was established in 1964 for the study of issues and policies relating to public enterprises. The Indian Council of Social Science Research ICSSR, Ministry of Human Resource Development, Government of India recognized the institute as a center of excellence in social science research in 1976. Over the last 40 years, the institute has widened its area of work. Starting with research, the institute started to undertake consultancy for public enterprises and corporate sector. In the recent past, the institute has been ranked fourth among the top 20 emerging B schools of super excellence in India and fourth in South India. It is consistently ranked 16th among the top 35 B schools by faculty, publication, research, consultancy, management development programs, and other programs. It is also ranked 20th among top 35 B schools by placement, social responsibility, networking, and industry interface. The Institute of Public Enterprise, Hyderabad, is privileged to host the National Conference on Business Analytics and Business Intelligence. The objectives of the conference are to highlight the areas technology in risk analysis, web analytics, marketing research, business intelligence systems, fraud detection, crime and predictive analytics, marketing automation, and energy usage, and also to give a broad perspective of the next wave of advances in predictive analytics, business intelligence, and statistical data analysis.
People are expressing themselves extensively in blogs and emails, but to be useful, this information must be extracted and analyzed. Convergence of intelligent devices, social networking, and analytics is ushering a new economic system. The demand to respond faster and with greater insight to ongoing internal and external events based on facts is increasing. Companies are able to get real-time feedback from any data source, and they can know right away if a campaign is having the desired effect or backfiring. Organizations ranging from intelligence and law enforcement to consumer goods face a major challenge in making effective use of unstructured data, but analytics is providing some of the answers. Analytics helps drive decisions about staffing, R&D, marketing, and other activities. However, quantitative analysis do not always provide an indication of causality. Those clues are more often found in unstructured data, which constitutes the greater majority of information, but is more difficult to analyze.
I request our chief guest, Sri Surya Puchala, CEO, Academy IMA, to please come on to the dais. Sri Surya Puchala is the CEO and chairman of Academy IMA, the first think tank in information management space in India. Over the last 2 decades, he provided thought-leading consulting solutions in the areas of business intelligence, data warehousing, data management and analytics to Fortune 500 clients. He has architected commercial analytical applications such as product master data management and procurement optimization. He has held senior leadership roles with firms such as G Capital, Cognizant, Accenture, and HCL. After having worked in the United States for well over a decade, he came back to India and is currently serving as the Vice President of the Data Warehousing Institute chapter, where he constantly endeavors to evangelize the adoption of quantitative techniques for decision making in various verticals, including urbanization and city rejuvenation. He serves on the board of the Foundation for Futuristic Cities, an urban advisory firm. He holds a master's degree in industrial engineering and management from IIT Kharagpur. I request Sri Lata to felicitate sir with the bouquet. Thank you, Lalita.
Now I request our guest of honor, Sri Venkat Fani Kumar Veluri, to kindly come onto the dais. Currently based out in Pune and associated with IBM, Mr. Veluri is working as Head Business Intelligence, Data Warehousing. He was previously employed with HP, EDS, Teradata on Business Intelligence Solution for Southeast Asia. He has been working in Southeast Asia for past 15 years and handling different domains like banking, telco, logistics and FMCG with hands-on as delivery, pre-sales, bid management, consulting and integration. He is also certified in Information Technology Infrastructure Library, Business Writings, Six Sigma and HP and IBM Project Management Certification. He is handling 170 terabytes of data, providing MIS and BITWH analytical solutions for both operational and commercial stakeholders, along with CRM using Cordiant and Alterian tools. Sri Veluri has got experience in opportunity pursuit and service delivery management and is actively involved in project proposals, budgeting and resource planning. He is involved in different phases of system development life cycle and project life cycle on business intelligence and enterprise data warehousing. His key areas are account management for services business unit, development, project management, risk management, relationship and stakeholder management, leadership and line management and governance, audit, control and CSAT. He has been involved in consulting and integration. Some of the renowned clients he has been worked with are British American Tobacco and FMCG, Reserve Bank of Malaysia, BCB Commercial Bank, DHL in Logistics, Police di Raja Malaysian Government and Public Sector, Celcom and Vodafone in Telecommunication, and Canon Singapore Private Limited in the manufacturing sector. I request Preeta to felicitate sir with a bouquet. Thank you, Preeta.
I also request Sri Muthu Ranganathan, Director EPM Solutions,
And the chairperson of this conference, come onto the dais. Professor Mishra, Director IP, is a graduate of International Business Management Program, SDA Bocconi, Milan, Italy. He has been a Fellow of British Council and Commonwealth Secretariat. He is a visiting faculty at London Business School and Maison Guillaume Paris. He is a member of the UN International Task Force on Standards of Excellence of Public Administration and Education. He is the Vice President, International Association of Schools and Institutes and Administration, Brussels. He is on the Steering Committee of Network of Asia Pacific Schools and Institutes of Public Administration and Government supported by Asian Development Banks. His current interests include modernization of state, civil services systems, financial administration, environmental administration, privatization and restructuring poverty, management and good governance. Now I request Preeta to felicitate sir with bouquet. Thank you, Preeta.
I now request Professor M.L. Sai Kumar, co-chairperson of this conference and the head of IT division, IP, to kindly come onto the dais. Professor Sai Kumar is presently working as Head Information Technology Division at the Institute of Public Enterprise. Professor has put in about 3 decades of experience. He has organized more than 30 conferences, both at national and international level. Professor Sai Kumar is a gifted teacher, noted orator, voracious reader and writer, able administrator, talented professional and a team worker. In grateful recognition of his services, the Computer Society of India has conferred on him the Patron and Fellow Award. Professor has trained several batches of IAS and IPS officers on the use of IT and also the corporate executives. The Department of Personnel and Training, Government of India, has adjudged him as the best trainer. I request Niharika to felicitate sir with a bouquet.
Shri Pichala ji, Mr. Nathan will join us soon. Dr. Shaheen, Professor Sai Kumar, my colleagues from faculty, esteemed invitees, I see Professor Murthy there. Also, doyens of the industry here. Friends, it's a great moment. When we talk of analysis, we only say paralysis by analysis. But we don't do what we should be doing. In fact, business analytics can be one thing which can take India farther than what we have been thinking. We succeeded in the age of information technology, biotechnology, nanotechnology. I was talking to my colleague from media inside, and I think other area where we can leave any country behind is analytics, because Indian minds are very good. Let us also be proud of the fact that India is a country where we have many religions. And I understand that Buddhists, people have carried out studies, or Buddhists who are in Arunachal, it is said that they have the best brains in mathematics. They can learn mathematics very, very fast. So we should be very proud of this religious thing in our country. And taking that in mind, I think we should have greater proficiency in this area. And I was talking to our respected guests that in the years to come, we have already decided that next year onwards, CSR will be one core paper in our MBA, PGDM, and there will be a full-fledged elective on CSR. There will be many more opportunities coming. I am part of the working group of the Government of India on CSR, and we are also a part of the working group which has drafted the legislation, which is not through in Parliament this time because of certain reasons. But I am sure that it will be taken up in the next session of the Parliament. And with that, CSR will provide hundreds of jobs to youngsters in our country. Another area which holds olive branch for employment is business analytics. And I'm sure that next year, I request my colleague Professor Sai Kumar and all course in charge here, we should not end up with seminars and conferences. The whole problem in our country is that we talk too much, but we do too little. If you can just reverse this, I'm sure that all the world will fall at the feet of India. Can we do more and talk less? Because we have talked enough for years together. Now, 21st century should be the century of action. And in this century of action, what we want to do is, we want to have a core paper in business analytics, and we also have a full elective. And I request, I think, my senior colleagues from industry, because we have the best brains here. This is the beauty of Hyderabad. We say Hyderabad is north of south and south of north. That is only about India. But if you want to see the entire world, you can see Hyderabad represents the entire world, because best brains of the world are there in these two cities. But the problem, as I told you, we don't use brains. So I think, can we do that? Can our youngster colleagues there, young colleagues there, and those who are experienced, those who are holding the saddle of the industry in their hand, can they come together? I told you that IP has, it's a great product for IP. We have running under program where we have 17 enterprises of India there, and these enterprises, they hold 28% of market capitalization of entire stock markets. About 10 lakh crores of market capitalization sitting in the Sandhar room there. We have ONGC there, we have Coal India there, we have GAIL there. You think of an enterprise, it is there. So with this, I think, can we reverse this paradigm? We always talk, we say India is a rich country where poor people live. We have become somewhat affluent, but we are not greatly affluent, let me say that. That's possible only when we make the best use of information. Today we have the problem of overload of information. It is there because we have genetic same information again and again. We don't change our, the way we work, as per our requirements. We don't think of, look into future. If you do that, then I'm sure that we can generate information, which is not there to others. I think you've seen, I think in the last 4 years, one of the Nobel Prize 3 years back in economics went to a person who talked about the use of information in management decisions. Today, you can make crores of rupees if you can forecast foreign exchange fluctuations to the fourth decimal point. If you can do that, you are sitting at home, you become a billionaire. So I'm sure information is a very, very important component of decision making. And we must know now, it's not, I think, doing things right, doing things right. That's not important today. What is important is doing right things. And one of the right things to do, both in management teaching and also in the studies of management, and those, who use these inputs in industry, is to generate information which is not there elsewhere, information which can give a competitive edge, information which can make us leader. And I know that, I think, our respected colleagues, they are also talking about leadership, information which can give an edge over others. Today, you will not be judged by how much weight you have. You may have 200 kg weight, but still you will not have, but how much information you have. That's very, very important. I'll just stop here, but let me compliment my colleague Shaheen. She has done a wonderful job. Of course, we don't somewhat she's angry because always I think youngsters they do job and those people who are senior, like psych department, will take the credit. But I think very honestly we should admit that it is her work. She has done very good work, and this is the start of a good work which can be done in IT for next 10 years. We have found a work, meaningful work for 1 decade. My student friends were there. I'm sure they will leave, I think, lethargy. They will shun lethargy, and they will embrace, things, which are very hard and which can give them, which can make them their leaders. I welcome all of you there, and I'm sure that today and tomorrow will add much to our knowledge.